good, YouTube? It's your boy, Ken.
It's your boy, Mike, man.
Hey, back and shout another motherfucking video, man. As I can see from the title. Everybody rap my boy Tay K, bro. Somebody keep requesting for me. Literally every last 3 or 4 videos that I've uploaded, the same person keep requesting me to react to Tay K, man, documentary. So, yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I'm a little interested in reacting to it just because I don't really know much about Tay K, but I do know about for the song that he posted, that he made and shit. I think basically admitted. Did he basically admit to his murder or whatever or some shit
some shit like that?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, what's his name? He crazy party, but he's literally the same age as my brother. And that shit's wild, bro.
Nigga's crazy out here.
Yeah. Nigga got 55 years, bro. 55 years, dog.
And he's only 20, though. 75, bro.
Yeah, bro. This nigga getting out till he's 75, bro. It's just crazy.
That shit's wild.
Yeah, man. But I mean, you never know. He might get out on good behavior, maybe. I don't know, maybe, but you never know. Not especially with this system. But yeah, man. That's gonna do it. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro.
Make sure y'all do that, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Keep showing love, man.
We almost, man. We're like 3 subscribers away from 900, bro. We almost had 900 subscribers, bro.
Big 900, bro.
Yeah, then we only be 100 away from 1,000, bro. We almost had at that 1K, man. But yeah, man. Make sure y'all do that. And yeah, let's get some motherfucking video.
You can look at me. Make sure my rapper documentary part 1.
First arrested last year, a juvenile court judge released him. He cut off an ankle monitor and has since been connected to more crimes.
In the first episode?
Oh.
A dark SUV seen on surveillance video speeding away after the shooting.
Wanted for a murder and a violent robbery back in front of a juvenile court judge today after months on the run.
Teen rapper Tay K as police question him about his role in a deadly home invasion in Mansfield.
Tamor McIntyre was born June 16, 2000 in California. His father, Kevin Beverly, was a gang member from Compton, and his mom was part of the Baby Insane Crips gang in Long Beach. This would unfortunately lead to his dad's imprisonment during Tamor's youth. With his dad behind bars, his mother would do her best to raise him and his sister while he was away. But without a father figure around, it was hard for him to find guidance.
His mom was a Crip.
Playing football, listening to Soulja Boy and Chief Keef were some of the only distractions he had for his frustration that was building up. At 8 years old, his mom moved them to Las Vegas for about 1.5 years before his father was finally released from prison. In hopes of providing a better life for their family, they moved once again to the east side of Arlington, Texas. By the time Tamor was attending Martin High School, he was already beginning to rap on his free time. He and his friends would form a rap group called the Daytona Boys. The group consisted of Santana Sage, Pimps, and Tamor himself, who would rap under the name Tay K. The group started recording their first songs together throughout 2014. Within just 1 year, they were already doing small live performances around Texas, and Tay K was releasing solo tracks like Biff Zanin. Feeling like the group was on the right track, they continued to push their music as they were getting a small amount of recognition. Although music was the focus, Tay K states his parents weren't always around, and he had to provide for himself, sometimes even finding places to stay at night. The Daytona Boys wouldn't last long as a group due to their reckless behavior that would ultimately cost an innocent girl her life.
The fatal shooting involved an exchange of words between 2 carloads of people who just left a party New Year's morning 2016. 20-year-old.
On December 31st, 2016, the Daytona Boys were having another show in Arlington. After the performance, they left the show and pulled up to a red light where another vehicle was stopped. The car next to them was being driven by a female college student, along with 3 other passengers. The Daytona Boys attempted to catcall the females at the red light, until a male passenger rolled down the window and threatened to beat the Daytona Boys up. Santana Sage, who was driving the group, rolled down his window, pointed a gun, and fired 2 shots. One of the bullets would hit the driver of that car. 21-year-old Sarah Mushlanger was pronounced dead.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Eric Jamal Johnson, guilty of the offense of murder.
Just days later, Santana Sage would be arrested for the murder. But Tay K and Pimps would not be charged with anything since they were only passengers and minors at the time. Some would say their lack of punishment for even being involved in this type of event only made them feel more invincible. The Daytona Boys would break up after Sage was sentenced to 44 years behind bars. Tay K would continue to get even more involved with the streets as he was still attempting to get his rap career off the ground. Everything was about to change though. On July 26, 2016, Tay K along with 6 other people had formulated a plan to hit a lick on a house they knew had drugs in it. There was a house located on the 1500 block of Mansfield, Texas, where a man named Zachary Ballou was staying. He was believed to have drugs and money on him. They would have 2 girls who were already familiar with the target get inside the house and make it seem like they just wanted to smoke and chill. Tay K and a few other men would be waiting close by for a text message from the girls on when to storm the house. They planned to take whatever money and loot they could find and leave. This house was already on record for multiple police reports for drug-related activity,
Nigga, who knows
leaving them to believe they could get away with this. Unfortunately, the day of, things quickly spiraled out of control.
This nigga know the whole plan.
When the girls arrived, they were surprised to see a lot more
Why is this from
people
police
than they
reports, dude?
expected.
They do.
This
Remember,
pushed
police
the
gotta
police
get
back as they
statements
waited
and shit.
hours for
These
the
are probably
right
from stories that
opportunity
they
to unlock
told,
the
like
door
Tay
for
K and like the girl,
others.
whoever.
The girls began to become anxious and were acting suspicious as the day turned to night.
Once police
Around
statements
10
out,
p.m., they
those get
finally had
released.
enough
You
and
could
decided
just
to
look
go
those
ahead
up on
with their
Google.
plan. They unlocked the door, sent the text message, and shortly after, 4
Yeah,
men
so you-
stormed in with guns out. They pointed them at both Zachary and his roommate Ethan. As Tay K and the others began looking for the cash, they came short of finding anything. Tension then rose as they became impatient, waiting for them to hand it over. They then replied that they didn't have any money. After a few minutes of hesitation, shots rang off, wounding Zachary and killing 21-year-old Ethan Walker. With so many people involved, it didn't take long for the police to charge all 7 with capital murder. He was brought in for questioning in this confession tape, where he admitted to being present but was not the one who shot the gun. Because he was underage, Tay K would be placed on house arrest while he awaited his trial. He continued to release music, but after 8 months on house arrest, he took to the internet to tweet this before cutting his ankle monitor and going on the run. While on the run, his tweet would begin to circulate online, and people began to wonder who this 16-year-old kid was. His first stop was in San Antonio, where he seemed to disregard the fact that he was wanted for murder. While in a Chick-fil-A parking lot, he got into an altercation with the photographer he had planned on setting up. When he resisted and wouldn't give up his camera and equipment, he tried to flee the car. He then hopped on the hood and began smashing the windshield out of frustration. Instead of pulling off, Tay K allegedly got out of the car and shot 23-year-old Mark Anthony, leaving his body in the street. Tay K and his affiliates then ditched the car in a nearby restaurant before picking up a new car where they would head to New Jersey. While in the Elizabeth, New Jersey area, he was staying with friends recording new music. By now, U.S. Marshals were aggressively looking for him. He was wanted for 2 murders as well as an alleged robbery of a 65-year-old man in New Jersey. While in hiding, he recorded new music as well as videos. One of the songs he recorded was titled The Race, where he literally rapped about being on the run. As each day passed, his name was circulating a little more as people were tuning into this story. Finally, on June 30th, 2017, after 3 months of being on the run, he was captured and taken into custody. The same day he was caught, he released a music video for The Race online, where it would go viral due to the situation at hand.
The court judge decided that he should be held here in the jail with the adults, where hashtags and millions of video views won't have much influence.
As the media began to circulate this crazy timeline of events, the song continued to go even more viral. He surprisingly even got co-signs from other major artists, who either used the Free Tay K hashtag or remixed the song themselves. Because he wasn't convicted yet, nobody really understood the severity of his crimes. Label executives who were also taking notice of his viral success were beginning to reach out, as his mixtape Santana World was released just a month after his arrest. He ended up signing a deal with the label 88 Classic, which is associated with Sony Records. Some believe this is due to them trying to hide the fact that they were endorsing a man on trial for murder. Although he was now 17, he would be tried as an adult. His lawyer would go public saying he was confident Tay K would walk, due to no evidence of him being the one to pull the trigger in either event.
Yeah, he shot somebody while he was on the
bars,
run.
He would get into more trouble for having a cell phone and threatening to kill a guard, simply struggling to leave that mindset behind. Due to the circumstances, he was then moved to a solitary confinement in a maximum security jail. In July of 2019, his trial finally started, where he pleaded not guilty to capital murder, but guilty for robbery. Despite his lawyer's defense, he was found guilty and given over 55 years behind bars. Although to the uninformed it may seem easy to shout Free Tay K without the understanding of what he actually did. His misguided childhood is sad, but should never be used as an excuse for the lives he took part in ending.
Damn, that shit wild.
This nigga's a savage, like.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. That nigga was really reckless, like. That nigga was really reckless, bro.
That shit wild and shit.
And thing is, bro, he was so young, bro. Like, that's the thing, bro. He was only like, what, 16, 15 doing this shit, like. But I mean, shit. I mean, he had two parents that was both gang bangers. You know what I mean? He had a very misguided childhood. Like, he didn't have parents. He didn't even have, neither one of his parents was really there for him, type shit. You know what I mean? But damn, I mean, he was basically all he was around though. He was just literally just around the streets. That's literally all it was. Like, this just became his DNA, really. But hey, man. Shit happens. But yeah, man, there y'all go. I finally did the documentary. but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Me and my brother was just saying, bro, I think we about to go ahead and make this on the series, bro, because we seen the same channel has a lot of like different documentaries. So but yeah, man, see Chief Keef, Young Boy, they got a whole bunch of different ones. YNW Melly, Young and Ace for Fulio. That looks pretty interesting. But yeah, what's the name? But yeah, we might go and make this a series. I ain't gonna lie, so. But this shit is a series, don't cap. But yeah, man. That's gonna do it for this, man. Shout like, comment, subscribe, bro. You got anything you wanna say, bro?
About the video, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, that nigga, to me, that nigga looks guilty.
Yeah,
you know
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He
do look pretty guilty, yeah.
So I can't even say free that nigga because
yeah, bro, yeah, cause
that nigga taking lives and shit, like that shit not cool, but
yeah.
Hey, damn, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Just from watching this documentary, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga look pretty guilty, like.
But other than that, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Keep fucking with the channel, man.
Hell
y'all
yeah,
be
man.
safe, man. And catch us in the next episode. You
Peace.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.